The woman goes through labor pains. When the woman is delivering, it's painful. In the morning, the woman maybe will vomit, is feeling nauseous and everything. And the reason, because of the circumstances, she's pregnant, there's a baby inside her. And that's what is creating all the problems. So the peace of the world is based on circumstance. If you win the lottery, then you are happy. If you are a smoker, when you are smoking, then you are happy. If you like drinking, when you are drinking, then you are happy. Then you start singing songs. When they went to visit my father-in-law, a friend of his came to visit him. The guy didn't talk. I was sitting close to him. He didn't say even one word, but then he was drinking. At a point, after about 2 hours, I heard the tea had kicked in. And the guy started with hymns. Oh, for a time. Then he started smiling. You see, this joy was based on circumstances, what he was drinking. Ask your neighbor, what have you been drinking? You see, but the peace of God is not like that. Then it says it is also transient, which means it doesn't last long. They shall say peace and safety, then pow, suddenly, like COVID. When COVID came, I came from London. When I came from London by plane, I came with Reverend Eastwood on the same flight. The following day was when they locked all the airports. The following week, would have been locked. COVID. Suddenly the whole world just shut down. That's the peace of God. But the peace of God is different. The peace of God is not based on circumstances. What is it based on? In John 14, Jesus spoke about the peace of God. Let's look at it. He said, John 14:26, but the Comforter, which is the Holy Ghost, whom the Father will send in my name, he shall teach you all things and bring all things to your remembrance whatsoever I have said unto you. 27, peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. Now, this is describing the peace of God. The peace of God is based not on your circumstances, but on the presence of the Holy Ghost. So you can be sick. We had a pastor, he was called Dr. Brown. He had cancer and he died. And I used to go and visit him. But the interesting thing was that the peace he had, if you go and visit him, you will be worried that the man is not worried. He will talk to you, he will be encouraging you. No sign that the guy is sick. But I realized that the presence of God was with him. Psalm 23 verse 4, David said, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I'm not on a beach drinking mocktails. He said, I'm walking through the valley of the shadow of death, but still I fear no evil. Why? For thou art with me. Peace of God. You may be owing, but you are at peace. Your business may be broken, and still you are at peace. The presence of God. Now, what does the presence of God do? There are some things that it does that generates this peace. He said he will teach you. When the presence of God is there, you may be going through a difficult marital problem, but the Holy Ghost will be talking to you. Will be teaching you. Say, oh, Martha, it's all right. Don't worry. I'm with you. This problem is just for 6 months. I'm going to move very soon. I'll clear this problem off. Everything will be okay. And it occurs as ideas, thoughts, convictions. It looks natural, but it's not natural. The Holy Ghost is teaching you. You see, when we moved from our church and we came here, people used to ask me, they say, so, Prophet, are you worried? I said, me, I'm not worried at all. When I came here on the first day, I said, a year from now, we'll be in our own building. I said, we are not going to Dansuman, we are not going to Sakumono, we are buying land in the city, we are breathing here. I'm very happy. Do you know I was saying all that? Because the Holy Ghost has been teaching me that this is what is going to happen. So even if it has not happened, still, I'm at peace because he's teaching me. He teaches you. He He puts ideas in your mind. He puts thoughts. He puts pictures. Sometimes he gives you dreams. So the situation may be the same, but you're at peace. Then he said he will bring to your remembrance, which means he will drop things in your mind. So even if you are sick, he will just drop things in your mind and tell you that, oh, don't worry. Don't worry. I'm going to heal you. I know how I'm going to heal you. If he wants to heal you medically, he may even tell you that, look, yesterday somebody called me, said somebody is sick. He wants to fly out to go and have treatment somewhere. So I should make a suggestion. I said, oh, I know some people here. I think they can do it. So I told the person, when I told the person, he said, okay, I think it's okay. I think it's bringing some calm, but it looks as if it's just your mind. But the Holy Ghost is talking to you. It's talking to you. Suggestions, thoughts, ideas, encouragement, it just flashing through your mind. Sometimes they are dreams, and then there are also convictions. Romans 8:16, it says, the Spirit himself bears witness with our spirits that we are the children of God. Within you, you have a strong conviction that it is well. Tell your neighbor, it is well. You may be in prison, but I say, look, it is well. I can't explain why it is well, but I know that it is well with my soul. People will even be confused. They'll be wondering, why are you not crying? But you see, the Holy Ghost has spoken to you in your spirit, in your inner witness. And that's what brings that peace. So it's not based on anything around you. It's based on something inside you. And it's called the presence of God. That's how Christians overcome worry. Key number 1. Let me close with key number 2. Thanksgiving. Tell somebody thanksgiving. Supplication, prayer, thanksgiving. It doesn't make sense to thank God in difficult times, but it makes sense when you understand what thanksgiving does. We thank God for 2 reasons. We thank God for what he has done, and we thank God for what he's about to do. Those are the 2 reasons why we thank God. So assume you are looking for a child, God blesses you with a child. You begin to thank God for it. Assuming you have no child, but you are believing God for a child, you begin to thank God for the child that hasn't come. Why? Because one thing that thanksgiving does is that it releases the power of God. That's what it does. It generates miracles. He calls the things that be not as though they were. So I'm believing God for a child. The child hasn't come. I'm still thanking God. I say, God, I thank you for the twins. Yesterday, a woman came here. We had a meeting. She said, I've been married for many years. I didn't have a child. She said, I came to see you. He said, you prayed for me. He said, after 1 month or something, I conceived. He said, after I conceived, he said, I gave birth to twins. Thanksgiving. So as the year is ending, I told you it's a Thanksgiving service. We want to thank God for his goodness. It is one way you overcome your troubles. The thing that is worrying you, one of the things you do is that you thank God. When Lazarus died and Jesus got to the grave, Martha said to Jesus in John 11:39, Lord, by this time he stinketh. He has been dead 4 days. In other words, there's no hope. There are some problems some of us are facing, just like there's no hope. But Jesus didn't say anything. Verse 41, Jesus lifted up his eyes to heaven and said, Father, I thank you. You know, Jesus never closed his eye to pray. He always opened his eyes when he was praying. So this closing of eye, I don't know where it came from. But I understand why he didn't close his eye. Do you know why? Nipa ye cobra. That's why nipa ye cobra. Nebinime ye king cobra. He said, Father, I thank you that you have heard me. And I know that you hear me always. No longer night. He said, look, let's just thank him. Why? Because he calls the things that be not as though they were. Thanking God in advance. When he had that spoken, verse 43 says, he cried with a loud voice, Lazarus, come out! He that was dead came forth, bound hand and foot with grave clothes. His face was bound with a napkin. He said, loose him and let him go. Thanksgiving. It deals with the root of your worry, which is the trouble you are in. When Paul was locked in prison, do you think he didn't know he was in prison? He knew, but he knew the power of thanksgiving. Acts 16:25. At midnight, Paul and Silas prayed and sang praises unto God. And suddenly there was an earthquake. The foundations of the prison were shaking. The doors were opened. Everyone's bands were loosed. He wasn't thanking God because he's drinking Malta at the beach. No. He was thanking God because in that thanksgiving deals with the root of the problem. It generates the power of God. So today I told you it's our Thanksgiving Sunday service. I don't know what problem you have, but I want you to lift up your two hands and begin to thank God. Thank God for his goodness and his mercy. Thank him. We are not thanking him because we are happy. We are thanking him because it releases the power of God. Who can stand against the Lord? No one can. No one will. Who can stand against the King? No one can. And no one will. Victory belongs to Jesus. Victory belongs to him. Victory belongs to Jesus. Victory belongs to him. Who can stand? Who can stand against the Lord? No one can. No one will. Who can stand against the King? Demons can't. Problems can't. Financial issues can't. Marital issues can't. Curses can't. Victory belongs to Jesus. Victory belongs to him. Victory belongs to Jesus. Maybe it's your children. Victory belongs to him. Solomon became the wisest man in the world because of thanksgiving. 1 Kings 3, 4 and 5. The king went to Gibeon to sacrifice there. That was the great high place. 1,000 burnt offerings did Solomon offer upon that altar. In Gibeon, the Lord appeared to Solomon and said, ask what I shall give you. It wasn't a prayer meeting, it was a thanksgiving offering. And God appeared to me and said, I have seen the offering. He said, what do you want? You know, next year we're going to start building our church, the Elaia Convention Center. We are laying the foundation for it. I want some people to give 10,000 and above towards that Elaia Convention Center. Please rise up and come for my help. 10,000 and above. Between now and next Sunday. And also we are thanking God. I don't know what you want God to do for you. Auntie B, 81 years old. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. I have 4 people. I want more people now. Is it 4 or 5 people who give? 5. Some people who give the money, they count the people. My smile will say me here counters. I dare say, oh, you're 1 year. Just joking. Hey, Ima, you have money like that. But you get a beloved. You don't have a beloved. A proper one. Who else is coming? Oh, let's get to about 10. I think I'm where? Where are my counters? I need the counters now. No, now you won't count again. Oh, please, count for me. If you can't give, at least you can count. David, count for me. Okay, somebody has it right now. Where's the offering basket? Me warrior senior man. Now me show yes, I'm waiting for you. Also, me assassin, here for New Year. Oh no, who else is coming? For you, 10,000 above. You rise up and come. Also, near Sassy, here for New Year's. Oh, no, no. Between now and next Sunday. Yes. Some people can give 5,000. Please come for my help. I'm waiting for you. My wife, you are blessed. May your husband love you. Hey, I'm parase. We can't go on with your door. Yes, you can. If you want, it's your sin. I can't be there to my baby. And to baby, and it was you in my face. Now, Mama, your sister. Say no, so nice, I sit there worried. Tired of me, we're so funny. This is my time, baby, you can't have me more.
Yes,